Let's go ahead and segue a little bit. Did you watch She-Hulk?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet, but I'm
I
looking to
haven't
watch it.
either, but you know what's going all over the internet, right?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but not the story. But yeah, I know it's also there's some things there like She-Hulk twerking. So I saw
Yeah,
something like that. And I
yeah.
don't know the other details, but yeah,
So
trying to make it's I think it's the same thing with Galadriel Rings of Power, something similar.
so according to what I heard, I haven't seen it yet. I might force myself to watch it. It's just, if you think about it, it's like free content, right?
Yeah.
So I might force myself to watch it, but I guess like there's like a shapeshifter, something like that was in She-Hulk, and the shapeshifter shapeshift into Megan Thee Stallion. So and then I guess that the real Megan Thee Stallion showed up at the end of the episode. And let's go ahead and watch it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm actually gonna post this terrible thing up, and we'll watch it. We'll watch it together. It's about a minute and 14 seconds long.
Okay,
so
okay.
so let's go ahead and watch this. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to this. All right. Oh man, but from what I heard, other than the twerking thing, I heard that this is like for the CGI. I heard this is like the worst. This is the worst so far out of all three episodes. All right, here we go.
I thought I was dating Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm sorry, what? Sorry, you thought you were dating Megan Thee Stallion? Multiple Grammy Award winner, megastar Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh my god, the 3 looks bad.
Did you not get? Do you guys think I have a shot with the real Megan Thee Stallion? Should I go back?
No, please don't do that. Thanks for the testimony in there, Jen.
No lying? That's right. There's only one Megan Thee Stallion. Hey, there's my new favorite client. Just your signature there.
Oh no.
And then this initial, good. And initials up here.
Oh no, dude.
I will kill
What's
you.
happening?
What
are they doing?
Oh no.
Dial it back.
She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, original series streaming Thursday, August 18th. Only on Disney Plus.
Oh god. That's awful. Oh no. Okay, other than the fact that the 3D does not look good, that was okay. I know they're trying to like maybe get in touch with like the younger crowds, right?
Yeah. That's how
it's
I
like,
see it too.
But the thing is that twerking is like so old now. It's like well, when did twerking get popular? Right? It was I believe it was Miley Cyrus doing it in like some kind of show, right? Like she did it with like I think it was Robin Thicke. He was singing like blurred lines, I know you want it, and I guess what's it called again? I think Miley Cyrus was twerking on him, and I guess like everyone started doing it now, right? And it's just like they're really trying to get in touch with like the younger crowd. It's like, hey, look, Megan Thee Stallion's here, and people like WAP, right? So like Megan Thee Stallion's here, and like we can get in touch with more of the younger crowds, the more of the normies, right? So
Yeah.
there are people who like the thing is that Marvel is very mainstream now, right? From
Yeah,
ever
true.
since I think ever since like the first Avengers, I think Marvel became extremely mainstream. But it's sort of like what would bring people to go watch She-Hulk? Cameos. We have a cameo from Megan Thee Stallion. We have a cameo from this character. Like the thing is that like if a show cannot stand on its own merits just by being good, by being being entertaining, and all you're bringing in is just a bunch of cameos, it's like the is that all you have, right?
Yeah.
It's and that's the thing, like sort of I think that's where the boys did it correctly. Like it's sort of like they're bringing in actors who are playing the characters. They're not bringing in cameos, right? They're bringing in actors, right? Right. Where they brought in Jensen Ackles to play to play what's it called again? What's his name? Soldier Boy, right?
Yeah.
And then I believe in season 4 they're bringing in Jeffrey Dean Morgan to play some character, which is really cool. But like if you're
Yes.
gonna be like, oh, Megan Thee Stallion is actually gonna be a specific character we're bringing in, you know, and it's gonna be there versus oh, we're gonna bring in a bunch of cameos, and the thing is that 3D did not look good, right? And the thing
Yeah.
is, you're like, what happened? You know, like let me actually pull up an image of some 3D comparisons, right? Let's see. But it's bad. It's pretty bad. I like they spend a crap ton of money working people overtime and stuff like that. And I even heard of people who are like complaining and stuff, complaining about like how much they got like overworked. Okay, so let me see. Did you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Some of them, not all of them. So,
All right.
So there's a good chance I won't remember. But anyway, yeah, let's see it.
All right, so let's actually bring this up. Okay, so there it is. All right, you're gonna see Squid Face. You're gonna see Squid Face, Davy Jones. Look, this was back in 2009, right?
Yeah.
Like, look how good this looks. Like, look how good this really looks. And it's and majority of the time, I know a lot of like these 3D movies, like they usually try to have 3D characters more in the nighttime, so it hides all like the imperfections. But this thing is brightly lit, and like look how good this looks, right? And then you compare it to She-Hulk, right? You compare it to She-Hulk, and She-Hulk CGI compared to that, like I know that like it's what's it called again? It's you know, like it's a TV show, you know, it doesn't have a big budget, but you're Disney, you know, like
exactly.
You're Disney. Like how can you not have like really good CGI? Like this image is, I guess, is a little better, but like this one is like, okay, this one's probably like it's a little blurry, but it's unflattering. But this one is like you compare that to what's it called again? You compare that to like this, right? Like a lot of people were like, oh, you know, Thanos' 3D looks really good. You can actually see all the pores. You can actually see all like the what's it called again? The ambient occlusion. So sort of like whenever there's a light behind a person's ears, right? Because your ears are made of the cartilage, you should be able to see the light coming through, right? And the thing is, that was done a long time ago. So that's more than 10 years ago that Davy Jones CGI came out, and now you have something like this. And if you have so much money, why can't you do something better? It's
exactly.
It's
been so long, so technology should have been better by now. And since you already have the backbone experience to create something like the image you showed in 2009, or what year was that? The one with Davy Jones.
Pirates? Oh, so this is the Dead Man's Chest, right? So this was back in. No way, this is back in 2006.
Yeah, there we go. It's even much earlier. So
yeah,
why can't you pull it off right now? Almost 15 years later, almost probably more than a decade later, and you can still it looks kind of bad. It feels so out of place if I look at it right now. The She-Hulk one, it feels like it feels, I don't know, out of place is the best way for me to describe it. Apart from, I don't want to say cheap because it wasn't, because I'm pretty sure they put a lot of money into this, but it could have been implemented better. It could have been.
I think they spent all of their money on Megan Thee Stallion. For that cameo.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah, they're like, it's like, okay, we have 100 million. Let's say each episode takes like about 10 million, 10, 20 million dollars to make, right? And it's like we have $20 million out of budget, and Megan Thee Stallion was $10 million. It's like that's half their budget. So that
Probably.
and like working in the game industry, working in animation industry, and knowing people that done these stuff. Like, I'm not sure if you're aware, but back in the day, when The Life of Pi came out, right? I believe when that movie came out, like I think it won like best like visual effects, but at the same time, that studio was worked so hard that like they had to close down the studio, right? I believe like animators actually tried to like go in like to work the next day, and the doors were like chained up. So like everyone on that project was let go. So the thing is that like I know that right now, especially during like as right now, with this is like we're like heading towards post COVID, right? So like everything's opening back up. Everything, not a lot of people don't really care too much about COVID anymore. People don't really like, people still wear masks, of course, and people are still getting their vaccines, but like it's not as crazy as it was 2 years ago. How like, someone's coughing, if you're not wearing a mask, people will yell at you or beat you up or something like that. So maybe that's why they fear that like if I don't complain and I stick on just working in this job, like I'll just like work through it. And because jobs are so hard right now to get especially during this crazy time, this lockdown era, like might as well just, suck it up. And it sucks. It's because you hear people who are like, I believe Jessica Gao, like she's like, oh, like the show is made for women and stuff like that, great and all. But the thing is that like you're working your people to the bone for things that is like not passable, right? And we've seen like things that like fan art can do that makes like you can do something that can make it look really, really good. Like even that still image of She-Hulk, right? Like even this still image, like it does not look good. And the thing is that still image is like you can potentially find like better shots of it, right? Like you can potentially find like better CGIs, like this, like hold on, like this one is a little better, right? This one is a little better. It's a little better, but it's still not great, right? Like it's still not that great. Like it looks good, still image, but like if you're comparing this to Davy Jones, like Davy Jones, like it looks way better. But but yeah, like but it's funny is because people will defend this show like through thick and thin, is because a lot of people are like, if you don't like Rings of Power, you're considered a racist. If you don't like She-Hulk, you're considered a sexist and a racist at the same time. And I'm like, dude, we just want good stuff. And like even looking at like this, like this is probably like a in like the shot of like this is I believe this is in Infinity War. Like even this look like the lighting is better, right? The lighting is a lot better here. And I don't know, this grainy image looks better to me than this, or even something like this, or like this or something, right? Like this looks really bad. And it's just like this lighting here is a little better, right? You can see like the texture of the skin and stuff like that. Like wait, She-Hulk left fans with big feelings about improved CGI. Like this looks better. I wonder if it's done by fans, right? But it's just there's a lot of things to yearn for. Like for me, like I'm just basing it off what I've seen so far, right? I don't want to come off being like, oh, you haven't seen the show, so like you shouldn't say anything about it. But the thing is, we have eyes, and we know there are places where like there's uncanny valley where it looks too weird, right? So let me bring up. Do you know the term uncanny valley?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so uncanny valley is the word is when something is done in 3D that looks real, but it also looks really fake at the same time, but that makes you uncomfortable, right? So let me actually bring up the definition. A range of appearances, mannerisms, or behaviors subtly different from humanoid in otherwise humanoid figures that may cause negative reactions such as fear, discomfort, or revulsion. Like Uncanny Valley is like it's. Let me
Okay.
bring up a photo. It might be sort of creepy, but like it's sort of like maybe something like this. You know, even something like that. It's like it's like
Oh, okay.
this, right? This looks
Yeah,
really
yeah,
weird. Like this
yeah.
is
Okay.
creepy, right? Like so that's why like when did you watch what's it called again? Alita Battle Angel?
Oh, no. That's one of the ones I missed. I should probably watch that actually.
Yeah. Alita, I remember when originally it came out, they said that they said let's say there's a before and after. I remember like the what's it called and after. Let me actually Google that. So they changed they they changed her look, right? So originally Alita Battle Angel the CGI they changed it. I remember during the first trailer they're like it's like Uncanny Valley area, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
so like let me actually show you. So this is before, right? And this is after.
After
And
is the bottom, I'm assuming.
the after is bottom. Yeah, the
Okay.
after is bottom, the before is top. So the top one, a lot of people was like, this is Uncanny Valley territory.
Oh,
And
okay.
and they're like, the bottom is the one that like, okay, that one looks a little bit better. But like,
Yeah.
why? Is because they actually made her eyes bigger. Like her pupils.
Yeah.
Like if you look over here, like it's like this small and this one's a little bit bigger. I think it's bigger by like 10%. And it looked a lot better, is because whenever the humans think something that looks like when you're trying to animate or design something that makes something looks very very real life, it somehow is very off. That's why it's like for a very good example would be Avatar, right? Avatar, like the Blue Man groups, and then you have Gollum. Like why was that okay? Like even though like even though they're alien like looking, but like it doesn't look weird, it's because the proportions are a little off where we can accept it. But once the proportion gets too close, it if the proportions of the eyes and the ears or something like that is too close to that of a human, we judge it more harshly. So I
Okay.
believe in She-Hulk, I think it looks okay, but the thing is it's just like it's just not like I know a battle angel Alita, like even the CGI here looks way better. Like than the She-Hulk stuff. But it's just so hard to like watch something and you're just like, this doesn't look good. You know, like you
Yeah.
Disney, you're a $1 billion company. Like invest more into this, right? If the show was so important, right? If the show was so important to you, and the show is so important that like it's saving lives, sort of like the Eternals, right? Oh, this movie is so important, it saves lives. If
Saves
it's that
lives.
important,
Okay.
put more money into it. Like make it look better. Make like and just make a good show. But you know, they can't. And a lot of people would just back the shows. Like so for me, like, oh, you haven't seen the show, like you know, you can call me whatever you want, you know, bigot or racist or some shit like that. Oh, because if you don't like She-Hulk or whatever.
The usual.
But yeah, man, it's it's crazy. But how are things on your end, man? Like is there like something you're looking forward to, like other than like you know, the Rings of Power or anything like that? Like is there any other TV shows that are like up and coming that you're like, oh man, I want to watch that, or a movie?
Uh, Honestly, it's no. I just go along when it comes to TV series. Like when I see it in the news, that's when I get curious. I don't really go out of my way to research what's incoming, because I have so many backlog TV series as well, and anime. Because like whenever I do live streams, like, oh, you should watch, like Bailey's is telling me to watch JoJo's Misadventures,
Mhm.
Spy Master. I have a lot to catch up to when it comes to anime and movies. And
Yeah.
I'm also watching some of it's more, I don't really want, it's more of like a comfort food TV series rather than a groundbreaking one. Like, are you familiar with like The Blacklist?
Yes. I
Yeah,
haven't.
it's
I watched like an episode.
yeah, it's because I can understand why it's not something people talk about, because it's more of like an NCIS kind of TV series or a CSI kind of series.
Mhm.
It's like you watch an episode, it's in itself, it's a plot. Then the underlying plot is actually they're actually kind of dragging it on until it reaches the end. So yeah, it's not something we talk about in the podcast because it's like they're just dragging it on until like the profitability of that TV series is not it's not it's not worth it anymore. That's the time they cut it loose. Yeah, I'm also watching those kinds of TV series. That's why. That's what it's just that there's so many backlog. So I don't really look forward to any TV series unless I see it on YouTube and the news. That's what like House of the Dragon and Rings of Power. That's the only time I get aware of it. It's because a lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So what's it called again? Before we finish our stream, I do have something I want to show you. So
Okay.
we just watched what's it called again? The She-Hulk twerking thing, right?
Mhm.
All right. So this has to do with that. And might as well just watch it because this is actually pretty funny.
Certified freak, 7 days a week. Yeah, you can put some more a bucket and a mop for this wet-ass Everything you for this
They got
P-word. Beat it up, N-word. Extra charge. Extra large. Extra hard. This P-word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Top on top. I want to ride. Do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth.
they nailed this one.
This P-word is like, come take a dog.
I love this.
Yeah. Whoever came up with this is pretty genius.
This is amazing. Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.